Hello all. Esri has asked me to talk a bit about how we moved our municipal-based GIS, that is our storm, sanitary, water, and roads, from ArcMap to ArcGIS Pro. What do we do here at the City of Miramichi GIS-wise? A little look at our ArcGIS Online and the Master Services map, a bit of history of our Master Services map, and the 2020 conversion to ArcGIS Pro, which for us was quite a bit of a biggie. Well, we're a small municipality in New Brunswick, about 17,000 population, according to Wikipedia, out here on the East Coast. Most of our GIS work is infrastructure-based. Sanitary, storm, water, roads, curb and gutter, all that fun stuff. Our GIS supports the engineering and public works departments, both in the field and internally. We do a bit of work for some of the other city departments, but not a lot. And finally, do not have enterprise server, use desktop ArcGIS Pro to publish to ArcGIS Online for viewing by our staff via desktop, iPhones, and iPads. This is the point where we ditch the PowerPoint and have a little bit more fun and have some live demos of our software here. So let's go and have a look at ArcGIS Online. So our main map is the Master Services, and it's our most used map overall in the field and on the desktop. It's used daily by our public works foremen, superintendents, assistant superintendents, director, and sometimes the foreman. All of us engineering staff use it also. And we do share it occasionally with contractors and consultants for various jobs and different things. Let's just dive in here and take a quick little peek. I'm going to zoom us down to an area downtown, just so we could have a quick little look here. Got a lot of labels on here. Sometimes I have them on, sometimes I have them off, but let's suppose that there's a field worker out in, let's say, springtime, and we're getting some extreme flooding, which we do in this particular area. We got a big storm system here, and it's not unusual for this whole area to be flooded. And they'll pull out their phone and look for the catch basins that they have to unplug, because there are days when that intersection is just totally full of water. Like I mentioned, I'm going to show you a quick history of this Master Services map from far as back as 2009, up to and including our conversion to ArcGIS Pro in the summer of 2020. Pre-2009, AutoCAD map. Let's go have a look. Prior to 2009, we had our GIS mapped out pretty accurately here in AutoCAD map, and we'll go in here and take a look. This one, in fact, is 2013. I couldn't find a 2009 one, but it wouldn't have been a whole lot different. Basically, all line work, as you can see, the information's in the form of text labels here and there, sporadically, when we knew what we had. This map was a compilation of about 2,000 paper drawings, and I believe a whole winter. We were able to use it on the desktop internally with an AutoCAD viewer, but at that time there was no way we could put it out in the field on any kind of mobile device. Still, it was a huge improvement over what we probably had, say, 5 years before that, which was basically almost nothing but paper drawings. This served us quite well, actually, and in around 2009, we were required by the Public Service Accounting Board to submit yearly reports on our infrastructure. This is when we decided to make the move to ArcMap. 2009, conversion to ArcMap, and like mentioned, that was because of PSAB 3150. I don't know why I picked this area. We've got a big pumping station in the area, so maybe it's kind of an interesting little thing to show. That, in fact, is right over here. This conversion job was several months of bringing in data from AutoCAD and adding attributes. I had to comb through a lot of paper files too, to try to come up with age on different things as much as possible. And I'm going to show you a little bit here what we ended up with. I guess select was already on. Attributes on every line and pipe, their type and size, material, and roughly what their expected lifespan would be. It was quite a huge step, and So now moving ahead, I guess we had an attributed system that we could expand on. And that's what we're going to talk about a little bit next. So basically, we went from this in around 2009 to this in 2020. It doesn't look a whole lot different really, but I'm going to run through a few things that we did over those years, I guess. We accurately located the infrastructure in the field with EDM survey equipment and eventually GPS with summer students. We moved all the data to the Canadian Municipal Data Model. That's now discontinued. And then took it to the US local government model. This was another pretty good step ahead, and it gave us a geometric network to work with for storm sanitary and water. We could do traces and things like trace backwards through a storm system to see how it's all connected and where it empties into the river. Things like that. Not to mention it was much easier to edit. Quickly touch something and move a manhole and all the pipes will move with the manhole. Added as-built data every year, usually in the wintertime when all our as-builts came in. And then around 2014, big step, started using ArcGIS Online, started to realize what we could do with it and make stuff available in the field. Back in 2020, I was at kind of an impasse. I had seen and used ArcGIS Pro, and I liked what I saw. But there was no way for me to get all my geometric network data into it, so I could publish it to ArcGIS Online. So I was left with the question of how do I get from this to this? Well, I got lucky in the summer of 2020. ArcGIS Pro 2.6, I believe it was released and included something called the Trace Network, a sort of utility network light. You could run it out of a database on your desktop and publish to ArcGIS Online with it. And best of all, it contained a geoprocessing tool called Convert Geometric Network to Trace Network, which does exactly what it says. And let's go look at the final result here. This is all my stuff, master services in ArcGIS Pro. And the Convert Geometric Network to Trace Network tool, you can find it right here, should you desire to use it. Be forewarned and don't do what I did and run it on your original geodatabase, because it doesn't make a copy of it. It modifies the geodatabase that it works on. Anyway, no big deal. So, this was great. Was able to finally move our geometric network into the trace network. It was quick and easy with this tool. Once I got it there though, I kind of found myself wanting a more modern look. So what I did, I took the styles that are included in Esri's utility network templates to create a more modern, clean look with actually the same icons that are available in ArcGIS Online. Eventually too, I took all my other data, things, snowplow routes, traffic counts. You saw a lot of it there on the ArcGIS Online page, and all my stuff, and brought it into ArcGIS Pro projects. Now I guess we'll just take a little bit of a quick look at a few of the details here and call it a day. A few of the things here that you can do, I guess, of interest if you're out in the field or anywhere and you're looking for some information. And I hope this works right the first time. And click on something. Here are your pump curves, for example, if you so desire to have a look at them. Information on all the pumps, what sizes they are, what model they are. You can also come over here and look at this. Get a picture of the asset and a particular year. And this kind of information is available all over for all of our lift stations and pretty well most of the stuff that we have. I talked a little bit about curb stops earlier. I think I'll just take a minute here and find one and show you. That's a sample of what somebody in the field could see when they're looking into ArcGIS Explorer or the field program. So I guess in conclusion, we've totally converted over to ArcGIS Pro, and ArcMap is now officially retired in Miramichi.